Good morning, everybody. So today I am making eggs and rice for breakfast. I'm using breakfast sausage that I'm just cutting up into bits that's going to get folded in to the eggs and rice. It's something that's quick and it tastes good. And it's a rainy day, really rainy here in the city. So I'm looking to just relax, to be honest, because later I'm going live and I'm making beef Wellington. So I'm just looking to do something really quick that is not going to take too much time, but I'll still be able to give my husband and my son a quick breakfast. This is the same thing that I do for stuffed waffles. I cut up my sausage just like that. I just like doing it better that way. And I like my sausage to be crispy. My husband likes his sort of like this one. But I like crispy sausage. The edges. It's all about the edges. All right. So I am going to also show y'all what I traditionally do when I'm scrambling eggs. So once I get this meat cut up, I will show y'all what I do with eggs. And yesterday was my first YouTube live. We made shrimp and oyster Rockefeller po' boys. And they were fire. I am so serious. I was so pleased with how it all turned out. So I'm also gonna put that on my menu for my clients that I cook for. And I know they're gonna love it. Okay, so I have all that sausage cut up. And I also have my bowl of biryani rice. All right. And then I am going to put my skillet on the stove that has been well buttered, and I'll season my eggs and show y'all what I do with my eggs. So traditionally I use a fork when I'm scrambling eggs, but I am going to use my little whisk because I bought these cute little whisks that I really love. And I think that would work just fine. So what I'm gonna do is, typically I put my rice in the freezer because we don't always eat a lot of rice. So I make it in batches and then I put it in the freezer. So I'm gonna make a little bit more rice to go with this because I use 10 eggs. That's 10 eggs and 8 breakfast sausage. So I want to have a little bit more rice with it. And I am also going to be using green onion in the rice as well. So I have some really fun meals that are going to be lined up that I'm going to be doing lives on. This is my green onion. So all I'm gonna do is put that green onion in my eggs, but I fold my green onion in last. And I'll show y'all what I mean. So I'm just gonna put some salt, pepper, a little bit of red pepper flake, some herbs, and I will show y'all how I season my eggs. A little bit of red pepper flake. Gonna do a little bit of salt. Not too much because it is kosher salt, so it does season well. And cracked black pepper. Let me grab my whisk. So I got this cute little salt holder. Wait, let's see. Let me grab. I like a lot of black pepper in my eggs, so I'm gonna be heavy-handed with that. Baby, turn that light on, please, because I have a lot of shadows. Thank you. Well, they're still there. Oh, well. All right, it's probably because we're having a dreary day. And then also the camera angle. So then I'm gonna do a little bit of herbs. I'm also gonna put some milk in my eggs. So I put milk because I like that fluffiness that it gets. Typically, I will use heavy cream. So I'm gonna drop some heavy cream in. All right, and then I'm gonna add more salt. Like that. Whisk. And I'm using my stainless bowl because it keeps the eggs cool. All right, that is my egg mix. Now I am going to heat my skillet. And something about me, y'all, is I don't like brown scorch on my eggs. So I tend to be very picky with that. Gonna add in the green onion. Typically I do this last, but I'm gonna do it now. Because I still need to tend to the rice in the microwave. So I'm just adding the tops of the green onion, not the bottoms. The bottoms take a little longer to cook out. And then give it another whisk. Where is my spatula? And I'm grabbing the other rice out of the microwave. All right, so I have my rice done. Put up the green onion. And I have my eggs. I'm waiting on my skillet to get a little bit hotter. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring you guys over to the stove. So my dog is over there attacking my cat. And they fight like that all the time. It's crazy. Okay, so now I am going to put the eggs in. And I tend to do that while my skillet is not piping hot because I don't want to scorch my eggs. Then eggs are expensive, so I'm going to use my rubber spatula to get all of my egg out of my bowl, because these suckers are $23 for 60. So yeah, we're getting every vestige of egg out. All right, so now I'll let that sit. What I'm going to do is just go in and start sliding it forward. Just like this. So like a soft scramble, but not really a soft scramble, because I'm going to be adding in the rice. But I'm going to do that when I have a lot of curds, is what I call it. And you have to move it around to keep the bottom from scorching. And this is typically how I do it. Also, I don't want my rice to be super wet with egg, because then you have to cook your rice longer to make sure your egg is cooked good. Which I'll show y'all what I'm talking about once I add the rice in. So this is good. This looks good. I'm satisfied. So now I'll open it up a little bit like this. Just spread it out and add in my rice. So I'm gonna add in my rice. And actually, I'm thinking that I did not even need the other rice that I put in. So I didn't realize how much rice I had in this bowl, but that's okay. So now I'm gonna move it around. And I'm probably, depends, let me see how it's looking. I might add 2 eggs to this, but let me just see how it's looking, because remember, we still have breakfast sausage, and I just want my rice to have eggs in it. Okay, let's see. This is looking good. It's getting incorporated nicely. So I am going to drop my heat to low. I'm going to spread it out like that. And I'm going to drop my heat to low. I'm going to move it off my burner because, again, I'm turning it off. I don't want that to scorch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop some eggs in here just to give it more. So I'm just gonna do 2, and then I'm gonna re-season the section. Are you okay? Are you okay, baby?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I don't want to get my food.
All right, and so now I am going to put a little bit of black pepper. And it's okay if you have to do that. You know, you want to make sure that you have enough. So there's nothing wrong if you have to pivot that way. So then I'm going to just put a little bit of salt right in the section where the eggs are. Because the other side is salted pretty well. So then I'm going to just break it up with my spatula, drag it all over the eggs, and I'm going to put my fire back on. And we're going to dry that out even further. Sometimes, you know, you might have to do that. But it's okay if you have to. You just roll with the punches. So now I'm going to let that dry out. And when I say dry out, in other words, I mean let those eggs cook. I also don't really like scraping the bottom because I don't want a scorch to come up. And my pan is old, so it sticks a lot. No matter how much butter I use, it still sticks. I actually need to just fling this pan out and buy another one. But it's got sentimental value, you know? So now I'll just let this dry out. And I'm going to just continue to move it around. And then once it's looking to the doneness that I want, I'm going to add in the breakfast sausage. But I'm looking at it and I could actually see it glistening. and I don't want it to glisten. So it needs to be more dry. So I'm gonna just keep moving it around. So this is looking good. Alrighty. Being careful not to scrape the very bottom. Now I'm gonna add in my breakfast sausage. So I'm gonna slide my pan over. Add in the sausage. And just fold it in. It's a super easy breakfast. And it's good. You could actually add fresh spinach to this if you wanted to bump up the veg. You could also do mushrooms with this. Add mushrooms in. The possibilities are endless, truly. Because it's just eggs and rice with meat. So like a breakfast rice. And that's it. It's done. So I'm going to bring it over here and plate and show y'all how I normally do that. Y'all probably saw my kitty cat pajamas. That's valid, okay? It's a pajama kind of day. But I am definitely going to be dressed for my live later. I'll be dressed for my live. Okay, that is one. This is two. And to finish it, let me grab my green onion. And I am going to finish it with a little bit of green onion. I like fresh green onion. I love it. All right. Just move it around a little bit to make it pretty. And that is the finished dish. Eggs and rice, breakfast sausage, and it's amazing. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate it. And you could watch this video on my channel. I'm gonna upload it unedited. This is a part of my live kitchen series because you know what? Editing is great, but it doesn't always tell the truth. So I want you guys to be able to see how I will operate in real time without all of the edits, so that you could know that anything is possible to bounce back from. You might make a mistake like I did with my egg ratios, and I had to, pivot. So sometimes that happens, and it's okay. None of us are perfect. Cooking is not a perfect science. So things will crop up in the kitchen. It's all about how you rebound though. So thanks for tuning in. And have a great day. If y'all can join me later on today for the live, I should be going live around 4:35 p.m. Central Time. And I'm going to be making beef Wellington with lemon scented asparagus and mashed potatoes. So I hope to see you guys there. Thanks so much and have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember, embrace the chef within you.